Okay, let's just jump right in. Today we're going to break down how a real working AI app, one that actually makes money, was built from the ground up. And what's absolutely wild is that a process like this, well, it used to take developers weeks, maybe even months. Now, we're literally talking about minutes. So this really is the big question, isn't it? Can you really build a profitable software business with just a few lines of plain English? I mean, that's the core promise of all these new AI tools, right? Well, today, we're going to see exactly how that works in the real world, step by step. All right, so first things first. Every great product, I don't care how complex it is, starts with a simple spark, solving a real problem for real people. Before you write a single line of code, you've got to know if anyone actually cares about what you're building. And the problem this particular app goes after? Oh, it's one that you, if you're a content creator, know all too well. It's that constant pressure to come up with fresh, engaging ideas. It never stops, right? And finding that inspiration can be a massive bottleneck. Now, this is where it gets really smart. Look at how the idea was validated before any work started. The developer just saw another creator post about a similar tool, and the engagement was off the charts. We're talking 732 likes, almost 1,000 comments. I mean, that's pure market research gold right there. It proves without spending a single penny that people are hungry for this kind of solution. Okay, so the idea is validated. People want it. Now, you don't just start coding like crazy. No. The next step is to create the master plan. It's all about giving the AI a perfect, super detailed set of instructions. It's kind of like building the AI's brain before you even think about building its body. And the strategy here is it's brilliant. It's a two-parter. First, they fed the AI an existing automation just so it could analyze the core logic, figure out how it scrapes comments and finds ideas. But step two, oh, that's the secret sauce. That's injecting a personalized data packet to make everything that comes out of it totally unique. So what the heck is a personal data packet? Well, think of it like this. It's a super detailed briefing document all about you. The AI literally scans your old projects, your conversations, whatever, to learn your expertise, your tone of voice, your personal brand. Then it uses that packet to make sure the content ideas it spits out sound like they came straight from your brain. It is an absolute game changer for making AI output feel personal. All right, now we get to the build phase, and this is where the incredible speed comes from. See, instead of one person plugging away step by step, the whole approach was to deploy an entire workforce of AI agents. You've got multiple AIs tackling different parts of the project all at the same time. And this just perfectly shows the power of working in parallel. You had one AI, the back-end agent, totally focused on the engine, all the data processing, the logic. At the exact same time, you had another front-end agent working on the body of the car, the user interface, the branding, how it all looks and feels. Doing two massive jobs at once like that, that's how you shrink a timeline from weeks down to just a few hours. Of course, an app like this doesn't just live on an island by itself. To actually be useful, it needs to talk to other specialized services out there on the internet. And that's where something called APIs come into play. They're like the special connectors that let different apps talk to each other. So this breaks down what I like to call the plumbing of the whole operation. You've got Appify, which is great at scraping. In this case, pulling all the comments from a YouTube video. Then you've got Anthropic's AI, Claude, which does the real heavy lifting of analyzing all those comments and finding the gold. And super important, you have Stripe plugged in to handle the payments. Each one is basically the best tool for its very specific job. So the tech is built, all the services are connected, and now the project is ready for its big moment. It's about to transform from just a cool tech demo into a real business that actually generates revenue. And it all starts with this, 99 cents. Super simple, super accessible. But this isn't just a price tag, right? This number represents the very first potential transaction, the first time a customer is willing to pay for what's been built. And this is the moment that matters. The second that first payment gets processed by Stripe, everything changes. All that code, all those prompts, the design, it all clicks together and becomes a legitimate micro SaaS, basically a small, focused software business. It's not just a side project anymore. It's a real company. And you might be thinking, okay, but getting it online must be complicated. Nope, It's also shockingly simple these days. You just push the code to a place called GitHub, then you import it into a service called Vercel, and then you literally just click a button that says deploy. And that's it. The app is live for the whole world to see. No messing around with complex servers. But launching is really just the beginning of the story. That first version, what people call the MVP, or minimum viable product, is almost never the final version. Now the real work starts, the work of refining it, tweaking it, and letting it evolve based on what users actually want. And I love this quote from the app's creator because it's such an important dose of reality. He says that even with these powerful AI systems, troubleshooting is still like 90% of the job. And that's so true. The AI does the heavy lifting for sure, but your job as the human becomes being the troubleshooter, the guide, the refiner. You're constantly poking it, fixing little bugs, and making it better. And you can really see that evolution right here. Look at the difference. The first version, the MVP, was super simple. One video URL, one price. That's it. But the final version is way more powerful. It can handle multiple URLs, it's got 3 different pricing tiers, and it even has custom inputs so you can get way more personal with it. And some of these upgrades were just so clever. For example, to make the app look better, the developer didn't hire a designer. He just took a screenshot of a professional website he liked and told the AI, make it look like this. Bam. To add more pricing options, he worked with the AI to figure out all the complex logic for 3 different tiers. And maybe most importantly, he added a way for users to put in their own personal data, making the results one of a kind. So when you see a real money-making app get built this fast, it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? The tools are more powerful and easier to use than they have ever been. The barrier to entry is it's practically gone. So the real question is, what problem out there, big or small, are you going to solve with this stuff?